They've competed with their teams in the PBA League. But now 12 of pro bowling's biggest stars are about to go it alone. Trying to bring home the money for themselves and their teammates in a competition that demands near perfection. The 2020 PBA League All-Star Clash. One shot each, and the low man or low woman goes home. And their team goes with them. Yeah! Who will survive? It's only a short drive from our nation's capital to Bolero, Centerville, Virginia, where 2 months ago, the Portland Lumberjacks defeated the newly formed Las Vegas High Rollers for their second consecutive Elias Cup championship. Today, we return to Bolero, Centerville to wrap up the season with the 2020 PBA League All-Star Clash. 12 bowlers, one from each of the 12 PBA League teams with the most career titles, 6 each from the Carter and Anthony divisions. The world's best men and women are here in a one-ball high-score format. In the end, only one bowler will survive as the 2020 PBA League All-Star Class champion. And to make things even more interesting, all the competitors from the PBA League teammates and managers will be here rooting them on because they share in the prize money. It's a huge prize fund of $100,000. This is going to be fun to watch. Welcome, everyone, to Bolero in Centerville. Great to have you with us. Dave Ryan alongside Randy Peterson, the Hall of Famer, joined by Kimberly Pressler in a moment. Randy, what a field of Hall of Famers, legends, current champions on the PBA and PWBA Tour. In all, 246 career titles, 65 majors, and a very unique format.
Yeah, it's one of the funnest formats in professional bowling. This is a one-ball, low pinfall eliminator. So basically, Rhino, every shot is sudden death for these players. Better bring your A game with each and every shot. And if you don't, well, it could mean the end of the road for that player. Maybe some of the most dramatic bowling in all of professional bowling on television. It's great stuff.
It is not easy for Kimberly Pressler to choose the best interview for our pregame show, but she's got Jason Belmonte of Australia, the #1 bowler in the world. Kimberly.
That's right. Like you said, Jason, you are the #1 bowler in the world, so you are used to competing for yourself. But today is very different because you have all of your teammates on your PBA League, and they want you to win because if you cash, they cash. So can you actually remember a time when you had players wanting you to win and not just fans?
No. I think this is the first time these fellas have ever cheered for me in an individual portion of a tournament. So it is very different, but, you know, the boys gave me a big pep talk earlier. They're all behind me, and honestly, I'm going to do my best for me and for the team. All
right, well, we wish you luck today.
Thank you very much.
All right, it's the PBA League All-Star Clash here at Bolero, Centerville. The players are ready. Their teammates are ready, so here we go. The clash couldn't be any simpler. It's one shot, low score knocked out, and ties are broken with a one-shot roll-off as well. Who's first?
Leading off the PBA League All-Star Clash representing the Dallas Strikers, PBA Hall of Famer, Norm Duke.
It's no secret that after winning 40 PBA Tour titles, Norm Duke is regarded as a living legend. But the Hall of Famer has made his mark on the PBA League as well, leading the Dallas Strikers to consecutive Elias Cup championships in 2016 and 2017. Here we go with Norm Duke. And his Strikers teammates are locked in. Here's Dom for the Hitman.
Uh-oh.
7.
Uh-oh. Norm's safe, but Dom certainly is not. He's going to need some help.
Representing the Brooklyn Styles, PBA Hall of Famer, Walter Ray Williams, Jr.
Walter Ray Williams has won more than anyone else in the history of the PBA Tour, and he's still hungry for more. Walter Ray has led the Brooklyn Styles since the PBA League's inception, and though he recently turned 61, he's still formidable on the lanes. Here is a legend. 47 titles, the most ever in PBA Tour history. Deadeye himself. Walter Ray has 9.
Representing the Silver Lake Atom Splitters, PBA Hall of Famer Chris Barnes.
Hall of Famer Chris Barnes has had plenty of great moments in his career, but his accomplishments in the PBA League as the leader of the Silver Lake Atom Splitters are unparalleled. Barnes and the Atom Splitters are the only team to win the PBA League Elias Cup Championship a record 3 times. "19 career titles for the resident of the Dallas Metroplex. What a career for Barnes. What's he got in mind? Going right in that pocket. He's got 9.
Yeah, Chris is real happy with that. So is the rest of his teammates.
$100,000 total prize fund, and the teammates will share in the winnings.
From the Las Vegas High Rollers with 4 PBA Tour titles, Francois Lavoie.
Life has been very good lately for Francois Lavoie. Lavoie won his 2nd U.S. Open title at the end of 2019, then just last month through the 2nd televised 300 game of his career. In this year's PBA League, Francois and the newly formed Las Vegas High Rollers impressed, finishing 2nd in the Elias Cup final to the 2-time champion Portland Lumberjacks. Those 2 titles include 2 majors. 2016-2019 U.S. Opens for Francois Lavoie from Quebec. Lavoie has 9.
Safely in. Remember, 7 is the number. Don Barrett leaving the 2-8-10, coming in light.
Representing the Phoenix Fury with 24 PWBA titles, Liz Johnson.
Liz Johnson is widely considered to be the greatest female bowler of all time. Liz is one of just 2 women to have won a PBA Tour title when she captured the PBA Chameleon Championship back in 2017. A former member of the Portland Lumberjacks, Liz now leads the newly formed Phoenix Fury. Legend Liz Johnson, the Hall of Famer. The best female player in the world for so many years. Still at the top of her game. Represents the Fury. Her teammates are here rooting her on. Liz Johnson has a strike. It's our first of the All-Star Clash.
Representing the New York City Kingpins, USBC and PBA Hall of Famer Pete Weber.
The legend, Pete Weber, never holds back. And that's especially true in the PBA League.
Yes, that's right. Give it to me. That's right.
Weber is a founding member of the New York City Kingpins and helped guide that first team to win the inaugural Elias Cup Championship back in 2013. The incredible talent, legendary careers, accolades continue on this roster of bowlers. Here's PDW. Got 9.
50. Next round. Next round. Come on, give it up. Give it up.
Representing the Motown Muscle 2016 PBA Player of the Year, E.J. Tackett.
2016 PBA Player of the Year, E.J. Tackett is already eligible for the Hall of Fame, and he's only 28 years old. E.J. knows how to strike, which will make him tough to beat today. Tackett was the runner-up in the 2019 PBA Clash here on Fox. Low ball, Don Barrett with 7 in the first round. E.J. Tackett. Ringing 10-pin gets 9. That's good.
A lot of 10-pins.
Representing the Portland Lumberjacks, a 10-time PBA champion, Wes Malott.
Is there anything that Wes Malott hasn't accomplished in the PBA League? Malott has won the Elias Cup Championship 3 times. Once with the Silver Lake Atom Splitters and twice with his current team, the reigning PBA League champion, Portland Lumberjacks. And if that's not enough, Big Wes has been named League MVP twice. West and the Lumberjacks winning their second consecutive Elias Cup right here at Bolero Centerville at the end of September. Now, the MVP is back, competing for his team in today's clash. Big West has a strike.
Whoa! And joining us on the sideline doing a little bit of reporting for us, we have Shannon O'Keefe and Kyle Troop. Hey, Kyle, were you worried at all about that shot that you saw West let go of?
This is the franchise, Randy. We know he's got 10 back just about every shot, and he's chopping down the competition one shot at a time.
Thanks, Kyle.
Representing the LAX, 5-time PBA Player of the Year, Jason Belmonte.
Jason Belmonte is currently regarded as the #1 bowler in the world. The man has racked up an all-time record 13 major championship wins, is a founding member of the PBA League's LAX. Belmonte and the LAX have never won the Elias Cup, though they've finished second 3 times. So great to see him bowling in the U.S. again. Belmo, you bet.
I know 5 players or 5 people that are rooting for Jason Belmonte right now. 4 of his teammates and his manager, Andrew Kane. There they are, right there.
There we go.
Representing the Brew City Ballers, a 15-time PBA champion, Sean Rash.
Ignore Sean Rash today at your own peril. He's the man who captured the PBA Summer Clash earlier this year. Rash is trying something different in the PBA League, joining a new team in 2020, the Brew City Ballers. The Ballers advanced to the Anti-Division Finals, where they were defeated by eventual league champions, the Portland Lumberjacks. Great 2020 season for Sean Rash. From just outside Chicago, and back for Sean Rash. He knows about these special events with so much at stake, and teammates along with Hall of Fame manager Marshall Holman are pretty excited. Teammates and manager all share the winnings, so they are definitely focused here.
Representing the Miami Waves with 5 PWBA titles, Danielle McEwen.
Danielle McEwen may be a member of the newly formed Miami Waves, but she's also a PBA League veteran. The 2019 U.S. Open Women's Champion, competed in the past with the New York City Kingpins, as well as the Motown Muscle. Three straight strikes, Malott, Belmonte, Rash. But the low shot, Dom Barrett. 7 pins in the first round. McEwen would like to end Dom's day right here. Danielle McEwen strikes. And Dom Barrett has been eliminated from the competition. Dom and the Hitman are done. Time to exit for the Philly Bowlers from the PBA League. All-Star Clash continues with round 2. Big West Malott for the Portland Lumberjacks. Liz Johnson for the Phoenix Fury. Get a strike in the first round. Round 2 on the way. While we were away, plenty of strikes in round 2 with Norm Duke getting things started. Walter A. Williams Jr. would follow suit, as well as Francois Lavoie. Then legend Liz Johnson. And who can forget anything from PDW?
Baby, another round for me.
E.J. Tackett. And Danielle McEwen would also strike in advance. But not everyone was so lucky. Chris Barnes would lead the 7-pin for 9. Barnes not loving that effort at all. Big West Malott also left the 7-pin. The world's #1 Jason Belmonte left the 10. As does Sean Rash. So that means a 4-man roll-off. Barnes would be first. And for the Hall of Famer, another 9. Malata strike, but just barely. The 4-pin takes its sweet time going down, but it's a strike. And Wes is safe. Just enough on the 4-pin. Up next, Belmo. Strike. And he advances. Sean Rash, not so lucky. He leaves another 10-pin. So then there were just 2, Barnes versus Rash. Barnes first. He strikes.
1.
Then Sean Rash returns the favor. All 10 down. Barnes again. And another strike for Chris. So now it's back up to Sean Rash. Let's see what he can do. For Rash, oh, it is a ringing 10-pin, and he's out. So the man who won this year's PBA Summer Clash, Sean Rash and the Brew City Ballers, go home early today. So we're down to 10 players as we begin round 3 at the PBA League All-Star Clash here at Bolero Centerville. Norm Duke is up and ready to go. So far, Norm, a 9 in round 1, a strike in round 2.
Whoa.
4-pin.
Almost a 4-9. You know, it's interesting after the first 2 rounds is the only 2 players that threw strikes on both lanes are the 2 women, Danielle McEwen and Liz Johnson.
Back to Walter Ray. He told us pre-match what he's most proud of, longevity. Being so good for so long. Now to his 60s and still getting it done. A tap on the 10. Ties Norm with 9.
9.5. 6-pin's going to just nudge the 10 right there and didn't catch enough of it.
9 each for a pair of Hall of Famers. Here's another one of Chris Barnes.
Hardly any wait time for this shot for Barnes coming off that roll-off.
Representing the Atom Splitters. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
4-9 split.
Norm and Walter Ray both safe now.
8 for Barnes.
Wow. Right back to the wall. Remember, Norm tripped that 9-pin out.
From the High Rollers PBA League 2020, Francois Lavoie. High Roller teammates rooting on Francois with a strike.
How many titles on this show? Is that what you were trying to do? Absolutely. No wonder I'm doing the wrong thing.
Barnes and Lavoie have some fun with each other. As the first strike of our 3rd round, back to Liz Johnson. 246 titles. That's the answer to Francois' question. Incredible talent with amazing Hall of Fame credentials. Here in Centerville, that includes Liz Johnson. Got 9.
It's enough.
2 strikes and 9 in the 3 rounds for Liz Johnson so far from the Phoenix Fury. Back to Pete.
That's good.
Got 10. Keeps on trucking.
Pick it out, Pete. Pick it out. Kyle, what do you think about that? Is he using the right technique?
Hey, I guess I'm rubbing off on one of the Hall of Famers, Randy. He asked me for the pick this morning, and I got to give the GOAT what he wants.
Yeah, but is his technique right?
Oh, he's popping it. He's got it great. He's got the best-looking no-fro in the game.
That is fabulous. DJ Tackett steps up. Needs 9. Keep Barnes in the bubble. Got 10.
Hey, nice shot there, EJ.
Thanks, Randy.
What's it like in between shots? The amount of time in between shots, what does that do to you?
You know, I'm just back here behind the wall, just, you know, doing some leg stuff, doing a little squats, just trying to stay loose as best as possible.
What do you think it's doing to the older guys?
You know, it's gotta be hard. You know, the bodies don't work as well as they once did, and you know, they should be back there, you know, stretching out as much as possible to stay loose.
Thanks, CJ.
Thanks, Randy.
Good insight from A.J. Tackett there. He has struck in 2 of his 3 rounds. Now Wes Malott. Lumberjacks teammates and manager Tim Mack, a vested interest in the $100,000 prize fund, because they get paid too if Wes wins. Late 7, they're all down for Wes Malott.
You know, Kyle, it's all you can probably do just to get Tim Mack a little excited, but I'd like to hear from Timmy. Timmy, how's the atmosphere down there in the Lumberjack arena?
Hey, we're feeling pretty good right now down here. The big fella's going to take us home. One shot at a time, baby. Bring it on. Let's go, Lumberjacks.
Nice mic work there, Kyle.
That's awesome.
Man.
Kyle became our reporter on the spot. Quick on his feet. Here is Belmo from LAX, PBA League 2020 in Virginia. The world's #1. Tap on the 10, down it goes. Strikes again.
I wonder if those Iron Man bowling shoes are legal.
They are absolutely, and they're way cool.
Right now, Chris Barnes is hoping for a small miracle. There those shoes are. Those
Shout
are
out
pretty
to
cool.
Blake Jameson. Thanks for doing the customs, man.
Dope kicks, as Belmo told us pre-match in the interview. They are dope. They are cool. Here's Danielle. A 9 or better to move on. McEwen
Nice.
has 9 pins.
Hey.
All she needs.
Danielle,
Yes.
what does it feel like to come through there, last player to eliminate Chris Barnes?
It feels pretty good. Going back to this lane after so many shots was a little tricky, but I made a little adjustment. I'm happy with my 9.
All right, continued success. Thanks.
So Chris Barnes, Dom Barrett, Sean Rash, great bowlers on the PBA Tour have been eliminated from the PBA League All-Star Clash. But PDW is picking it out thanks to Kyle Troop's assistance. He's still alive and well. More coming up from Centerville, Virginia. Welcome back to the PBA League All-Star Clash. Dave Ryan alongside the Hall of Famer Randy Peterson. Kimberly Pressler joining us as well. We're down to 9 as we begin round 4. Dom Barrett, Sean Rash, and Chris Barnes have all been sent home along with their respective teams. Norm Duke up again for the Dallas Strikers. Norm with only 1 strike in the competition, but that's been good enough to survive so far. Round 4 underway. Norm Duke. 10 pin and 9 for a 3rd time in 4 rounds. Holds a few PBA records. What a career for Walter Ray Williams Jr. representing the Brooklyn Styles PBA League. With some loft on that shot, Walter Ray strikes.
Has split the rack wide open there. 10 pin goes flying to the right, 7 to the left. Think he liked that one? I know his teammates did.
And the players and manager will share in the wealth if their player wins. So they really have some rooting interest here. Lavoie from Las Vegas strikes.
High rollers. Amleto Monticelli, look at him. And Francois comes through again.
He's struck in 3 or 4 rounds now, Randy. Now it's Liz Johnson, the Hall of Famer. Phoenix Fury expansion team this year in PBA League. She struck in 2 of 3 rounds leading up to this shot. Legend Liz, who came in high. And it's 8 low score of the round.
Well, Shannon, you and the rest of your team are going to have to somehow muster up some bad mojo for the remaining players to save Liz Johnson.
Yeah, we definitely are going to need a little bit of help. I'm not sure if we need to throw a little voodoo his way or what, but well, here we go.
That I want to see, Shannon.
Shannon, I'm not sure I'd do it to Pete. You might want to take somebody a little more subtle.
We have a few others left.
PDW looks for the strike. Gets another strike. Oh, yeah. The legend.
Hey, Pete, I don't know if the Fury were trying to throw some bad mojo your way, but it didn't work, did it?
No, it didn't. And any bad mojo I'll take because it turns into good luck for me.
Well done, Pete.
That's what the legend does with the mojo coming his way. He knows a thing or two about mojo, doesn't he? EJ Tackett steps up. He's got 10.
Wow.
Moving on.
Made that look pretty easy, didn't he? He just got up and chucked it down the lane. It was just 10 in the pit.
Two-time PBA League MVP Wes Malott back up for the Strikers. Just needs to beat 8.
Looked like he had a little approach issue there. Hey, but Kyle Troop, why didn't you give Wes Malott a pick?
He don't need the pick, Randy. He's the franchise. That's all we need.
Wes is good. Now it's Belmo. A record 13 majors, 24 titles, and a brilliant 2020 for Jason Belmonte. What a talent. Nine or better. Bring in 10 pin. That's 9. That's good enough.
Staying alive. Just.
Danielle McEwen needs 9 or better to eliminate Liz Johnson.
A lot of pressure in being the last bowler, Randy. Where would you rather be in the lineup if you're out there?
I think I'd rather lead off.
Danielle has got a strike, and that's it for Liz. Low ball, 4th round. Liz Johnson from the Phoenix Fury. Shannon O'Keefe, Stephanie Johnson, Jordan Richard. Well, they're done for now, as their day comes to an end. Walter A. Williams Jr. among many bowling icons. Legends, heroes of the game like PDW are alive and well in the PBA League All-Star Clash. Ready for round 5. Look at the remaining bowlers. Superstars of the game on the men's and women's side. Low score eliminated. Yes, the teammates from PBA League, team managers are rooting on their players because they share the prize fund, whatever the player wins. Up steps Norm Duke. Down go the pins.
That's the second strike through 5 shots for Norm Duke.
Now for the Brooklyn Styles. Another legend, Walter A. Williams Jr. steps up.
And Walter A's been holding his own nicely. A little less wait time for him on this shot here.
Walter Ray looking good.
Absolutely buried it. A little loft on that shot. He buried it. Here you go. Helps keep the ball on line a little bit longer. We talk about it all the time. Every chance we get when we see loft, the ball can't hook in the air, can it?
Deadeye does it. Now Lavoie, young star from Quebec. Can he keep up? You bet. 4 out of 5 strikes in this PBA League All-Star Clash for Francois Lavoie. Up steps Pete. Strike streak at 3 in a row now in round 5 from Duke, Williams Jr., and Lavoie. Pete Weber.
Oh, baby, yes. Come on.
Responds.
Yeah. You can't beat 10 in the pit.
Let's see what E.J. Tackett has in mind for these pins.
Oh, nasty.
From the Motown Muscle.
Nasty.
All strikes in round 5.
God, he rolls it so hard, and that ball came off the dry and started to go left, and it just put on the brakes, and it just shreds the rack.
The bar's been set pretty high here in round 5. Strikes all around. Onto the hook. It gets everything but barely. That 8-pin went down.
Are you kidding me?
Really late, Randy.
Oh, my God. Hey, Kyle.
Hey.
What do you say to that one?
I might need to give him a pick after that one, Randy.
Holy cow.
Kyle, what do you think?
Well, that was a pretty clean break, if you ask me. Check out this pin action. I mean, there was 5 pins standing up at one time, and there's 3 pins still on the deck.
Look at Tim Mack back there. What a reaction.
Look at Kyle blowing on his fingers.
Clean break of the game brought to you by Light Life. Light Life, the official plant-based burger partner for the PBA. At Light Life, our passion is making great tasting plant-based foods with simple, clean ingredients, and that was big. Pressure's on Belmo. Delivers.
Well, now the pressure's really on Danielle. No wiggle room. She must strike to advance. If she does, we'll do it all over again. This is what happens when you put the best professional bowlers in the same room and put them on a very scoreable oil pattern.
With the waves watching, McEwen strikes.
How about it?
How about it is right.
That's pretty clutch.
They all strike in round 5. Amazing bowling.
Great shot, Danielle. Danielle, what did that feel like, knowing that there was no way out of this unless you struck?
I just focused on what I could control and made the best shot I could.
All right, you made a great shot. Way to go.
Thank you.
Norm Duke, 2 strikes so far. 9 pins in the first and third. Normie, another one.
I'm rooting for the old guys. I'm sorry. I got Walter A. Duke and Weber. Those are my 3 horses, and that's what I'm going to ride all the way to victory. Just saying.
I mean, you really have 3 goats in there. Greatest of all time. How do you pick the greatest of all time from those 3 guys?
Well, you probably start with him.
Well, yeah. Okay. 5.
I don't think that's going to hold up.
No, that's doubtful. Low score so far of our PBA League All-Star Clash. What happened?
He just got a little slow and got it into the dry, and it really hooked. And he paid for it. That's the Greek Church. 5 through the middle.
Fifth round roll-off continues. Lavoie, pressure on him. Has 10 back. New York City teammates watching on.
I think everybody on that side of the fence is probably breathing a lot easier right now, knowing that 5 is probably going to be a number that they can cover. Another nice shot by Pete.
There it is, 10 in the pit again. Like I say, it's tough to beat 10 in the pit.
You can't beat it, Pete. You can't.
Leave a solid 8.
Weber working on a 5-bagger now. Went 9 in round 1. He hasn't missed since.
Attack it. Strikes.
Yeah, he
didn't even need to look at that one, did he?
No, didn't need to look at that one.
It was that good, Randy. It was that good.
It's a little bit better.
EJ is happy he's through to the next round. Malott, Belmo, McEwen to wrap up the roll-off round 5. West, there's 10 back. He's through.
4 batters.
Walter Ray Williams Jr. is hoping two of the best in the world will falter and give him another chance. It's highly unlikely.
I think this might be his only chance right here. If Jason made a mistake, got it to the dry too early, and it overhooked, Jason could get 4 through the middle.
Oh, my.
And remember, he did that in league competition and then made it.
But it's one ball here. Roll off. Elmo. Oh, yeah. No worries, mate. All 10 back to the pit as he crunches the 1-3 pocket.
That's a great low-level shot of the rotation on the bowling ball.
All strikes except for Walter Ray. Hoping for a miracle here. McEwen steps up and strikes again to wrap up the round 5 roll off. Hang 10 waves. Miami Waves looking good. Walter Ray's day is done in Centerville at PBA League. Johnny Petraglia, their legendary manager. And the Styles are finished for this competition. Back to Kimberly with Walter Ray.
Well, Walter Ray, the good news is you made it to round 5. The bad news is you're out because you only got 5 pins. You got the Greek Church. What happened with that shot?
I don't know. I finally got semi-comfortable. There were some wrong weights there for a little while, and off my hand, I kind of liked it, but I guess I feel a little slow. It hooked way too much.
Well, unfortunately, this is the end for you and the Brooklyn Styles today.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Well, thank you.
Until the Greek Church and the 5-pin score in the roll-off, Walter Ray was outstanding, but fellow legend PDW still looking good. Here in Centerville, Virginia at the 2020 PBA League All-Star Clash. It's the PBA on Fox. Hey, Junior Bowlers, want to start your journey as a pro? Head to the all-new PBA.com to sign up for the PBA Junior League. Join now for access to exclusive PBA content, discounted tournament entry, smart scholarship awards, official merchandise, and so much more. It's the new PBA.com. Well, we go round 6 here from the PBA League All-Star Clash. Dave Ryan, Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler with you, our entire crew. Centerville, Virginia. We started with 12. We're down to 7. PBA and PWBA Tour stars. Let's start the round with Norm Duke and a strike. 5th round roll-off, Norm struck as well, as we saw. He was fabulous. So here we are with round 6. The Vegas High Roller teammates are looking pretty cool over there in the sunglasses. Cheering on Francois Lebois. Yeah. 10 back.
He's really opening up the lane and getting it to the outside part, outside of first arrow, and his bar reaction looks nice. The ball setting up perfectly in the 1-3.
PBA League teammates from the High Rollers are pumped up. Hall of Fame manager Amuleto Monticelli. Here's Pete. trying to put 10 in a pit again. Didn't like it. Gets a Brooklyn strike.
Hey, Weber, what's going on?
I wanted to show my Earl Anthony skills off. Hey, you got to get breaks to win. Got to get breaks. That's a good break that I just got.
Well, this is... I think the reason why Pete did that is because we don't have a left-hander in the competition.
Goes Brooklyn. New York City team. That's appropriate. PBA League. Attack it. Motown Muscle. 9.
EJ hits the pocket, gets 9. Pete goes Brooklyn, trips to 6 for a strike. Sometimes not a lot of justice in this sport. EJ could get eliminated with the next couple of shots thrown. EJ, you watch Pete go Brooklyn, chips to 6. You throw a nice shot and leave that 10 pin. Your thoughts?
Bowling.
That's the game, right, guys? That's the game. Back to big Wes Malott. 6th round. Tackett, the low ball with 9 pins. Wes strikes.
Go ball.
That looked pretty good, Kyle. What do you think?
I think that was one of his best of the game. You know, we got away with that one break, but he's looking pretty sharp now, Randy.
Teammates, team managers trying to share the prize fund for the winner here at the All-Star Clash. Belmonte steps up. 8 for Belmo.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was waiting to happen with the high rev hand of Jason Belmonte. If he got it to the right quickly, it was going to go sideways, and that's exactly what that shot did right there. Danielle needs 9, and Jason Belmonte will be eliminated from this competition.
Belmo can't believe his eyes. Tackett off the bubble. 9 or better to advance for Danielle McEwen. How about 10? And how about the 7th round for the star of the PWBA Tour and PBA League, Miami Waves?
Rock solid.
It's over for Belmo and Team LAX of PBA League.
Danielle just sending the big lumber home.
That's the way to do it.
Kimberly Presser joined by the great Jason Belmonte.
All right, Jason, you look disappointed, but it looked like a good shot. It just is not working out for you today. What's happening with that lane?
No, well, that was going to be the last time I threw that ball. I was just trying to make sure it got to the right so we would go to the pin to get the strike. I got it to the right a little bit too quick. She overread it.
Who went to Brooklyn and back to stay in the competition. Round 7 is coming up. You're watching the PBA on Fox. PBA League All-Star Clash continues from here in Centerville, Virginia. We are down to 6. Started with 12. Round 7. Duke, Lavoie, Weber, Tackett, Malott, and the Lone Star remaining from the PWBA Tour in Danielle McEwen. Norm represents the Dallas Strikers as player manager. Strikes.
Wow.
To start round 7. So after starting off with just 1 strike on his first 4 throws, Norm Duke has seemingly found his groove. 3 in a row now for the Hall of Famer. Up steps Francois Lavoie.
This might be the time where if you don't strike, you get sent home.
It's feeling like it, Randy. I'm with you.
All right, Weber. Last time he was up, he went Brooklyn. Let's take a look at Francois' shot. A little light mixer, never hurt anyone.
He struck 6 times in a row, Randy. He had 9 in his first effort, round 1. Perfect cinch for Lavoie. So beginning round 7, Norm and Lavoie strike. Let's see what Pete has in store. The Spirit of St. Louis. 9 pin.
You know how many guys and women are standing on the other side of that wall saying, you know what, after that Brooklyn, you deserve that, Pete. Got it in the oil just a little bit.
So Pete's on the bubble now. Here comes Tackett. Looks for his 5th strike for the competition. Got it. Labels it. Flush in the pocket.
Hey, Pete, are you getting nervous yet?
With the 2 left, pretty sure Danielle hasn't missed, and Wes really hasn't missed either. So, you know, thought I threw it a little better now.
Danielle struck 5 or 6 times. Wes was forced to a roll-off. Everyone was in the 5th round. Looks for a 4th straight strike. Got it.
Wow. Another little light mixer, and Wes catches a nice little break on the 7 pin there. He's safe. Now it's up to Danielle, who's been sending a lot of the big hitters on the PBA Tour home.
Wants to strike again to end the day for Pete Weber. Let's see, Danielle. 9 ties with Pete.
I got lucky.
Well, Pete, extended play, you're going to a roll-off with Danielle.
I think I got pretty lucky right there. She threw that ball so good.
Seventh round roll-off, Pete and Danielle. Head-to-head. High ball wins. Low goes home. Pete, 9.
Not getting it far enough to the right. That ball's hydroplaning in that oil. Pete needs to just move his eyes a couple boards to the right so the ball will actually bank off of the dry boards that are out there. He's just not using them. We'll see if he gets another go or if Danielle puts him away.
A strike, she moves on. McEwen strikes and advances for the Miami Waves.
Danielle, you put away Barnes, Jason Belmonte, and now the great Pete Weber. You have no mercy.
I'm bowling against the best in the world. I need to pick my game up to keep up with them.
Well, nicely done. Way to go.
We began the day with 12. We're down to 5 competitors and 7 rounds in the books. Round 8 comes up next. PBA League All-Star Clash from Centerville, Virginia. Our PBA League All-Star Clash resumes from Centerville, Virginia. We started with Walter Ray, Norm Duke, Lavoie, Barrett, Johnson, Barnes.
Start to get pretty comfy with only 5 players left. He's made it through the hardest part of this competition, if you ask me, and that's just keeping his body loose in between shots.
If you count the 5th round roll-off, Lavoie has struck 7 times in a row. He has been on fire. Trying to keep it going. Lavoie. 10 pin, a 9 pin count in round 8.
Well, good shot by Frankie. But it's getting down to that point in the competition where if you get 9, it might be the end of the road.
Tackett is next. For the Motown Muscle, PBA League, big strike for EJ.
EJ, how did that one feel off your hand?
That one was pretty freaking good, Randy.
Yeah, it looked pretty cheesy there.
Yeah, that one was good. One of the best of the day.
I'll tell you what, Dave, you throw a shot like EJ just threw, I guarantee you're going to throw a lot of strikes.
The guaranteed shot of the game, Randy, brought to you by Guaranteed Rate. Mortgage rates are historically low. Save money at rate.com today. Up steps Wes Malott.
Oh, no.
Round 8 didn't like it at all, but strikes.
Hey, Kyle, he said, oh, no, when he let go of it. You guys now are saying, oh, yeah.
Oh, we're here celebrating that one, Randy. We got to say, Wes has got great ball reaction.
That worked out just fine. Look at Tim Mack back there. He's the biggest cheerleader.
Martin Larson as well, yeah.
Having fun. God Troop, all right, back to Danielle McEwen. She's been just tremendous here and keeps it going with another strike. She's been fabulous.
Frankie Lavoie eliminated.
End of the day for Francois. And the waves are alive and well. High rollers with the sunglasses and their legendary manager heading to the exit. Is the end of the day for Lavoie in round 8. Now it's time for round 9, and we are down to our final 4. Randy, Duke, Tackett, Malott, McEwen. Wow, what talent. Round 9 underway.
Uh-oh.
Norm Duke. Gets 9.
Unreal. It looked like it was a little left to target, and I thought it might go light. Instead, he goes high flush and leaves that 7-pin. Check this out. And this looks pretty good. And that pin goes against the sidewall and goes right in front of the 7. Norm's going to need some help. He's going to need some company.
Tackett's last effort in round 8 might have been the shot of the day. It was perfect. Now 9. Oh, he's got 9 too with a ringing 10-pin.
That was a really good shot.
It was.
He'll join Norm on the wall. That I can guarantee you.
New life for Norm Duke. Probably thought he was done.
Now Wes Malott with a strike will avoid any roll-off. And the same with Danielle.
Wes looks for his 6th straight strike. He's got 9 also.
And now Danielle with a strike will avoid all this chaos.
Come on.
9 train.
Those are 3 pretty good shots for 9.
The crowd at the wall is filling up with 3 stars on the PBA Tour and the lone member of the PWBA Tour, Danielle McEwen, trying to advance to the next round. She'd like to get to round 10. McEwen, 9 also. Wow.
And we'll do it again. Kyle, you need to throw down some Portland Lumberjack juju to your boy Wes Malott.
We're going to give him the Portland chop on this one, Randy.
All right.
All the fans, Bayside Bowl, Portland, Maine know what that is. Great bowling center, tremendous fans up there. Norm Duke, roll off, strikes. Round 9, roll off starts in style for Normie.
I'll tell you what, his team wasn't very cheery after he got 9.
Did you see Brad Miller's reaction?
Oh, yeah.
He was doubled over.
They all thought he was
believe
done, right? As many strikes that are being thrown, they all thought he was done.
Not so fast.
Turns out that all 4 players get 9.
Not so fast, my friend. So it's Tackett. Roll off. Round 9. EJ strikes.
Are all 4 players going to strike now?
Why not?
All right. See if there's any lumberjack magic left. Wes Malott, in his brain right now, it's like strike or go home.
They're focused. Watching West strike again. Here comes the chop.
All right, Danielle strikes. We do it all over again. If she does not, she will be eliminated.
Last position bowler of the 12 to begin our competition. She has been tremendous here today. McEwen needs the strike. Gets the strike. How about Danielle? We'll do it again. Round 9 roll off. Amazing bowling from Danielle McEwen.
All 4 players got 9 the previous shots, and this time around they all strike.
So here we go again. Round 9, second roll off. Let's see who makes it to the 10th round at the All-Star Clash. Duke Strikers starts us with a strike. And the stare down.
Great shot by 56-year-old Norm Duke.
DJ Tackett from the Motown Muscle will try to respond.
Oh my.
Leaves the 10-pin. It's a 9-pin count for EJ in the roll-off.
What a shot that was. And you can tell just by EJ's reaction. My goodness. Oh, yeah.
Could be the end of EJ's day, but 2 bowlers remain.
He pured that shot, Dave, I promise you. All right, will Wes join EJ or will Wes move on?
The big nasty looks for a big shot. Oh, I can't believe the 8-pin didn't drop. Defying the laws of physics.
You have got to be kidding me. Look at this. I mean, this thing is almost down. Instead, it's a stone 8.
It leaned for a while.
That was ridiculous.
Danielle wants the next round. Gets it with another strike.
Malott solid 8 that was about halfway down and stood itself back up, and they're going to go at it and roll off.
Another round 9 roll off. Tackett, Malott, EJ.
Yeah, it looked like he got it to the dry a little early that time, and when you have a rev rate that's approaching 600, it's going to come off the dry pretty hard and pretty violent. All right, Malott, some wiggle room now. He knows that if he gets 9, he's not eliminated, but a strike, and EJ Tackett's day comes to an end.
A strike for the next round. Wes Malott knocks them all back. 10 in the pit for the big nasty. And the Motown Muscle and player manager EJ Tackett are done. 3 teams still up, and 3 bowlers trying for the PBA League All-Star Class Championship in 2020. The PBA League All-Star Clash, we started with 12, we're down to 3. It is time for round 10. McEwen, Malott, Duke, all that remain. The Strikers, Lumberjacks, Miami Waves, PBA League represented here. Same order. This has been the case the entire competition. Norm Duke strikes in the 10th.
Kyle Tripper down to 3. You've got Norm Duke, who's being watched very closely by Tommy Jones standing right next to you, and Danielle McEwen. What do you think this is going to come down to? Who do you think ends up winning and why?
You know I've got to go with my man Wes Malott. He just caught the bad break earlier with the 8-pin. I like you, Randy. Thankfully that didn't cost us. But I got to go with the franchise, man. He's sharp. He's got a good ball reaction and a lot of confidence moving forward.
All right, Kyle, let's see how it works out for big Wes Malott. Yeah. 4-pin tripped.
Go ball.
Kyle, I see what you're talking about. Another trip 4, but that also makes up for the solid 8.
Yeah, I'd say we're even now, Randy.
Yeah.
$100,000 prize fund. And the players and team managers will share in the winnings. So there's a lot on the line here. Now, Norm Duke's the player manager. A little extra motivation for him financially here. McEwen steps up.
Nice.
Just brilliant bowling for Danielle McEwen of the Miami Waves. Round 10 roll off, Norm Duke. It's 9.
He's going to need help to get bailed out.
Here's Wes trying to help out Kyle Troop, Tim Mack, Chris Prather.
Packy, Hanrahan, Martin Larson.
They're all watching closely. Big Wes strikes again. 10th round roll-off strike for Wes.
All right, does Danielle McEwen help out Norm Duke, or does she send another titan of the game home?
It's been the theme all day, Randy. I mean, why not for Danielle? Been incredible in this final spot in the lineup. A strike to advance, and in Norm's day, no, it's 8. And instead, it's the end for Danielle McEwen, and Norm Duke survives.
Yeah, Danielle pulled that shot badly, and you could see it off her hand. It was inside a target. Went through the nose and left the 3-6. What a great run, though, for Danielle McEwen.
Oh, tough break for Danielle McEwen. So it's Wes Malott against Norm Duke, 2 longtime friends, doubles partners even, and both back-to-back Elias Cup champions. Norm and the Strikers brought home the league championship for the first time in 2016 and then turned around and won it again the following year. They knocked off none other than Wes and the Portland Lumberjacks. But the Lumberjacks finally got their championship in 2019. Then just a couple months ago, Wes led Portland to their second Elias Cup championship, doing it right here at Valero Centerville, beating the Las Vegas High Rollers. So how about this finish from Centerville? We started with 12. We're down to just 2. Norm Duke and Wes Malott for the 2020 PBA League All-Star Clash. Extra emphasis for Norm, but it's a high shot at only 7. It's only 7.
Oh, my. I think Norm was just trying to make sure that he got a hold of it at the bottom of the swing. He overhit it. The ball overhooks and goes right through the nose. You can hear him grunt right as he lets go. He was just trying to make sure he got all of it. And watch this bounce. Oh. Wes Malott, keep it on the lane, and he should win this.
For the win, 8 or better, Wes Malott got 9. He's got the win.
And Timmy, the first one to grab him. $25,000 to Wes Malott, 50 for the entire team. Wow. What a day. That solid 8-pin never came back to haunt him.
Yeah, my guy.
Team manager Tim Mack will get the trophy for West Milan.
Woo! Yeah!
They won the Elias Cup here in September, and now West Milan and the Portland Lumberjacks capture the first ever PBA League All-Star Clash. Centerville has been very, very good to the two-time league champs. And how about Tim Mack lifting up West Milan? That was impressive.
Well, Timmy's a pretty strong guy. Remember, he used to play football at Penn State.
That's right.
But I feel bad for Normie. He fought hard all throughout this event. But it's the big guy, Wes Milan, and his crew that's taking home the hardware.
Let's go to Kimberly.
Wes, you absolutely won this for yourself, but you also won it for your team, and that reaction was absolutely priceless. So what does it mean for you to walk away with this trophy tonight?
Well, first of all, hats off to everybody. I mean, in this type of format, it can really go any way. I mean, I had a couple of shots. I mean, I had the solid 8, that one shot that could have put me away, and I was fortunate enough to be able to come back and defend and come away with this. But to know that I have all these guys behind me, supporting me on the sidelines in this particular environment, I wouldn't want it any other way. So this is for all of us, guys. Thank you.
Congratulations to you and the Portland Lumberjacks.
Thanks, Jim. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
What a moment at the 2020 PBA League All-Star Clash, Randy. Celebration time for West and the Lumberjacks, and we look forward to 2021, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what, West Milan may have won this, but this is one great team that they've assembled in Portland.
For the latest information on upcoming tournaments, be sure to log on to the new PBA.com and stay updated. We can't wait for 2021. Now for Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler, and the entire crew, it's Dave Ryan saying so long from Bolero Centerville in Virginia. You've been watching the PBA on Fox. West Milan and the Portland Lumberjacks take the 2020 PBA League All-Star Clash.